Hello and welcome to Budget with Brian, and today we're going to have a look at this. No, it's not the limb module from one of the lunar landings, or model of. It's a UniBurr, or rather it's a Chinese copy of a UniBurr. And what this is used for typically is for when you've cut some threaded rod like this, for example. It'll leave all burrs and so on. It's very difficult to get a thread a nut on, and what this does is you put it on a low speed with a drill, and it gets the end nice and ready. Now an original UniBurr is quite expensive, as it happens. They're about 35, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, something like that. This one that I got from eBay is more like £6-7 delivered. Now the weight of it doesn't feel super heavy, but we're going to give it a go in a real life situation. I'm not going to demonstrate it here because I'm not sure how many cuts I'm really going to get out of a £7 or £8 Chinese knockoff, but you know, it is what it is. And we're going to give it a go. So here's our problem. When we put this oak porch in, the guy's just left this rod just a bit proud, so we can't get a nice cap in there. And so I've tried to drill it, I've tried to do all sorts, but now we're going to use this chamfering tool to see if I can just get it below the surface so we can get a nice cap on top of this. Yeah, it's only just this one to do. So what we're going to do is get some WD-40 on it first, just to get it lubricated, and then we're going to use the drill on a very slow speed to then start taking the top of that off. Now you use a slow speed because if you spin it fast it will get hot, and then you'll end up with a hardening which will make it more difficult to cut. So yeah, let's get the tools together, and it's going to be awkward to film actually, but let's give it a go. So out with the trusty WD-40. Well, that's not going to focus, is it? But here we go. I'll just give that a little bit of a dab. That's enough. And then here we go. So here's the tool onto the end there. Let's see if we can get an angle in there, and nice and slow. Right, well, that was stainless steel. And I would say that's not even made a dent. Maybe it has, I don't know. What do you think? Doesn't look like this tool's going to do what I want it to. Maybe that did chamfer it, I'm not sure. What I'm trying to do is just reduce the length of that, so I can just put a nice bit of dowel in there. Okay, well look, if you like this video, thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe. If you've got a comment on how to resolve my problem here and reduce the length of that rod now it's in there, bear in mind this is stainless steel. I'd love to hear your comments. So I don't think it was too clear really what I was trying to achieve, but in effect I was looking to reduce the length of the rod. Now this is a cut-off of that same type of rod. It's stainless steel. I'm just going to quickly give it a splash of WD-40 just to keep it lubed. Now the tool here that I've got on there, I'm going to run it at a slow speed again, and this is just because the faster you run it, the hotter it becomes, the harder the metal surface gets. So I'm going to run it nice and slow, but I'm going to put some pressure on it this time and see whether we can get this to cut. Well, I'd say that's probably. I mean, I saw some metal being removed, but I mean, not significantly like you see in the infomercials for. But I mean, this isn't an original. So let's try the same thing again, but without it being stainless steel. And also, this is slightly a thicker rod as well. Yeah, let's use this end. This end looks, reasonably rough, same as the others. Let's get that in there like that. So let's try again, but with a different material, and see how we go with this. Oops. Well, that's definitely chamfered the top there. As I say, it doesn't seem to be nearly as good as the infomercials for the proper deburrer or the UniBurr. But it is doing a job. I think probably if you only had a few of these to do, this wouldn't be a bad tool to use. Well, there we go. So this didn't do the job I wanted it to do. It looks like it could do a job, but not really as efficiently or as well as the UniBurr that I've seen. But let me know if you've had any workings with these types of tools and whether you've got any experience with these. Comments below.